Hey traders, today was another big day in the markets. Nasdaq was up 1.2, I believe the Dow was up. The Dow severely underperformed the markets. It was only up about half of what the Nasdaq was. And I think that is going to be telling. I think that that's actually very significant here. Here we have the Nasdaq 60-minute, and it looks as if we're just going to keep going up. We still have negative divergence on the RSI, which is a warning. But another warning bell went off today. This is not an opinion. This is not like a feeling that I have. I have a one indicator that I follow. It's kind of goes off, and what it does is it alerts me to when the markets are kind of really exhausting themselves. And I think that that's what's happening today. I think it looks as if everything's rosy, and I think there was quite a bit of volume on the Nasdaq today. I think that today, now while my signal hasn't changed, I have to say that I would be very skeptical and very cautious about adding new money after today into the markets. I feel like I've been saying this for the last couple weeks now, but at some point, it's gonna the markets are gonna definitely pull back. And given what I've seen there, here you've got the Dow is actually has I don't really like talking about head and shoulders too much unless they're pronounced, but the plain thing is it's a lower high here. It's quite a few negative divergences here on the RSI, and just the feel of the Dow today, it felt quite lackluster. And there was big Facebook news which was driving the Nasdaq. It just felt very speculative, very frothy, and I suspect that these markets are probably gonna pull back a little bit here. We'll see the nature of the pullback. You can see here on a was it about 12-month, 11-month chart of a year chart of the Dow, that we are right around pretty significant resistance here. I don't think anybody thought we were going to go on this run that we did, and it's been nice. And although I really have not benefited a whole lot from it, I just didn't really have the setups early on, and then situations like this happens for traders. I think sometimes their setups aren't really aligning with what the markets are doing, and I think that's kind of the case for me personally. But I just don't want to see new people coming in and dumping a lot of their money into the market now, because you can see the Dow has really gone nowhere for the last couple weeks. And while it felt, because the Nasdaq has been doing so well, the last couple weeks the Nasdaq has gone up. But when you look at the Dow, we're actually forming a little bit of a diamond pattern here. I don't have it highlighted, and if you want to do that on your charts, that could give you some good boundary levels to watch. But I see this breaking down. You've got higher. Actually, we've had 4 days down, and I don't view today's action as bullish at all. Even though the markets rose on higher volume, the fact that we sold off and closed well off the highs today, this really reeks of distribution going on behind the scenes. So keep that in mind. Today just felt like exhaustion to me, guys. So be safe. I wouldn't necessarily. Tell you what, I would not be looking to get short heavy of the market. I think now what you guys should be doing is getting your watch lists ready for the stocks that you want to pick up. If we do have a pullback, maybe a pullback down to this lower Bollinger 10.3, 10.4, maybe we head down here. There are some areas of some support down here around 12.3, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When we see the pullback starting to come back, we'll get some better areas of support to kind of hone in on. All right, take care, guys.